welcome to T-Boys TV. We're back again with Premier League predictions. Obviously, game week 28. Obviously, we will be getting into the games. Obviously, there's not a full fixture of games in this game week due to FA Cup quarterfinals and that sort of thing, which I will be doing my predictions to tomorrow. Championship predictions tomorrow as well, and the Hatter Show. So quite busy tomorrow when it comes to content. This is the last load of content for today. But yeah, man, let's get into it. So obviously, first of all, we'll get into some comments. So yeah, big up everyone inside. Big up Billy, says hello. Big up yourself, mate. Hope you're well. 3 wins in a row. What do you mean by that? Who we talking about? Luton or what? What's going on? Who we talking about? But yeah, let's get into it. So Premier League last week, I actually done well. Obviously, there's rescheduled fixtures as well. I ended up getting I ended up getting 2 games spot on, which is impressive because Premier League I usually not. So it was good to get some right. The games I got right was Leeds, Brighton, excuse me, on the Saturday, 2-2 I said, and obviously it was. And then I got yesterday's game right between, who was it? Brighton and Palace, the irrelevant derby. So, yeah. And the good thing is about this one is usually it just puts 0-0 if you calculate it, because obviously I do my predictions beforehand. But obviously, the games where it's not got the time are obviously the games that are not on. So it just airs them when you calculate it at the end. So, yeah, that's all good there. But yeah, let's go through some more comments before we get into the first game Friday night. Chris says, big up Tyler, big up yourself, mate. Chelsea, you're on about, fair enough. I done amazing last weekend. I actually done better in... Actually, no, I didn't. I still got 2 games spot on in the Championship. I was about to say I done better in Premier League than Championship, but I didn't. Done the same, I think. Yeah, I think I've done the same. Wasn't in earlier stream. I was sleeping. Sorry about that, mate. No problem, mate. No problem. And rescheduled game. Yeah, I got one of the rescheduled games right. The irrelevant derby. But yeah, here we go. On to the Friday night game. Nottingham Forest at home at the City Ground, taking on Newcastle United. This should be a good game, to be honest. Obviously, Newcastle are on the back of a win. They did beat Wolves at home 2-1. I said 1-0, so I got a point. And Wolves were on, okay form, going up to that game, considering what they were like at the start of the season anyway. Taking on Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest very good at the City Ground. Obviously, we know against top half teams, they've played really well at home this season, getting draw to Man City, beating Liverpool, drawing to Chelsea. They haven't played Arsenal yet at home. Tottenham, they lost, but they played all right. They tend to do well. They haven't lost at home in a while as well in the league. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a good game. And due to how good Forest are at home, I can't see Newcastle winning the game, but I can see them getting something. I'm going to go for a 1-1. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this one. It's going to be a 1 apiece on the Friday night game. Chris says I'm going to go 1-0 Forest. Fair enough. Newcastle are heavily the favourites, and I am surprised given the record Forest have at home. Obviously, I know league positions are different. Obviously, Newcastle sit 5th, trying to obviously get in the top 4, whereas Forest are just, I suppose for them, it's really just finish as high as you can, really. They're going to stay up, in my opinion. They are only, 2 points away, but I do think they'll stay up, and I think their home games is what will help them stay up. So, yeah, that is that. These are the games all reversed from day one in the season. Yep, they are. They are, exactly. Yep, they are. Obviously, Liverpool were meant to play Fulham, but obviously Fulham were in the quarterfinals of the Cup. And yeah, obviously when they played the reverse fixture, obviously Newcastle beat them. I think it was 2-0, if I can remember. Right. Hanno's gone 2-1 Newcastle. Okay, so he reckons this is where Forest is really good home form in the league ends. Well, throughout any league, even in Championship, they're really good at home. And then Billy's gone for a 1-1 as well. So there you go with that one. Moving on to the next game, Aston Villa versus Bournemouth. Now, Bournemouth actually have a very good record against Aston Villa. They've actually beaten them more times. And yeah, Aston Villa don't, again, I think it's similar to West Ham where they haven't beaten recently. I'm just going to have a quick look on that. I'm pretty sure I saw this thing where they haven't beaten the last 2 or 3 times they played, I think it was. So yeah, I'm gonna have a quick look at that because I'm pretty sure I'm right in saying that. I don't want to be wrong in saying that. What was it? Right, here we go. If it wants to load. Yeah, Villa lost each of their last 4 against Bournemouth. So yeah, that's what I mean. And Villa have just won just 2 of their last 10 Premier League games against promoted sides, drawing 3, losing 5, and a winless in 3 such games this season. Bournemouth obviously did get that result against Liverpool as well. Obviously, they did get the 1-0 victory. They took their chance. That was the difference in their game. In that game, Liverpool didn't. Aston Villa, I think it's been okay under Emery, but I still don't think it's been super duper. Do you know what? Teams have went there that I haven't expected to win and won. You know, i.e., all right, they might have played a different team. I don't really know, but Stevenage in the cup. You know, and Villa, I still don't rate him too highly, to be honest. So I'm actually going to go over Bournemouth win. And if Bournemouth win, it is massive because they'd go out of the relegation zone. Because obviously West Ham do not play because they're meant to play Man City, but obviously Man City are in the cup. So it'd be massive, it'd be absolutely massive for Bournemouth if they are to win this. And I am actually going to back them to get an away win, to be honest. I'm going to go over 2-1 Bournemouth, man. Hanno says, but 1-1 is a good call. Might change it one time my stream. Fair enough. Chris gone 1-1. Bournemouth have a great record versus Villa. Exactly. So I'm going with Bournemouth to win, mate. And so is Billy. So far, me and Billy have gone for the same predictions. Moving on to the next game, Brentford versus Leicester. Now, obviously, Leicester took that very heavy defeat to Chelsea, which, you know, isn't great, given Chelsea haven't been super duper this season. And also, you know, it's at home. They're taking on Brentford. Brentford got a 2-1 victory, 2-0 victory yesterday away at Southampton. Obviously, a team, you know, trying to stay up. And it was a good win for them. Ivan Toney getting a goal. Obviously, it's been announced today. He is in the England squad as well, which is good. Hopefully, he'll play though. But yeah, this one, Brentford at home. Brentford, pretty good side at home as well. They haven't actually beat Leicester though since 1953, which is absolutely crazy. They have played quite a lot of times since as well. It's not like they haven't played it. I think they've played, I don't know, I think it's about nine times, something like that. But Leicester, I know Brentford got a few injuries yesterday, but I still think they'll have enough to win this game, to be honest. I do think Leicester will make it tough, though. But yeah, I reckon this is where Brentford break that record. I'm going to go 2-1 to Brentford in this one. That is my prediction in that one. Chris says, I still think Forest, Southampton, Bournemouth will go down. I've stuck with it since the start of New Year. Jeez, Forest to go. You still reckon Forest will go down? Interesting. Brentford 2-0, Leicester. Yeah, fair enough. Brentford 3-0, Leicester, says Chris. Leicester without Maddison have no hope. Leicester need to cut ties with Rodgers at the end of the season, not playing for him anymore. That's shown this season. Yeah, if they're not playing for him, then yeah, it's got to happen. I don't think he's a bad manager as what people make out, because at the end of the day, he won them the FA Cup. And obviously I know it's not super duper, but it's still a trophy, the Community Shield as well, you know, against Man City that was. So, you know, it's just, but yeah, like you say, they're not playing for him, so they've got to cut ties, like you say. Tony should have been in the World Cup. He's such a good player to rely on. Well, he would have been, but it's so stupid, the betting thing. They done it so, because he done it a while ago. Yeah, okay, he should get punished for it, but he done it ages ago. It's just annoying because, you know, look at Kane's penalty. Now, if that was Ivan Toney, he's probably scoring that. Even in that sort of moment, you know, that pressure on you. I reckon he's still scoring it, mate. So that's my prediction there. But yeah, moving on to the next game, Southampton versus Tottenham. Now, to be honest, Tottenham fans won't like me hearing this, but this is an interesting game because this will literally go either way with how poor Tottenham have been at the moment. Obviously, Tottenham have got the better quality, as we know. Again, Tottenham, another team trying to get the top four at the end of the season. Away at Southampton. It's an interesting one. Obviously, I do want Southampton to go down. Usually with teams, I don't really care it goes down unless Watford are in the Premier League. But Southampton, I just don't like the way they're disrespecting Nathan Jones. Didn't even give him a chance when he walked into the door. Didn't even wish him well when he left. It's just disrespectful. Players like James Bree, people sit there and go, oh, he's not good enough for the Premier League. Okay, but he shouldn't just be thrown out of the squad completely. Just complete disrespect, to be honest. I just don't like the way they treat players, to be honest. You get Walcott as well. It's a disgrace when they lost to Grimsby. Mate, it's been a disgrace the whole fucking season, pretty much, mate. Yeah? You weren't saying that when Nathan Jones was there. Disrespected him. Absolutely disrespected him. Deserve what they get, and hopefully that is relegation. Thank you, Brentford, for winning. Even though I said Southampton, I thought Southampton would just get one of them results midweek, rescheduled fixtures. But I'm going to go for a Tottenham win, but I don't think it's going to be a convincing one for Tottenham, to be honest. I'm going to go over 1-0 to Tottenham in this one. Your predictions. I read that comment. Southampton 1-0 Tottenham. Yeah, it could go either way, man. Tottenham have been, they're just so inconsistent, man. But it's mad to say that in their fourth, but it's facts. It's just facts. Harry Kane killed the pigeons. If Tony took it, they would have been saved. Oh dear. Predicting Spurs like predicting the weather. Same as Southampton, like back in remember last season, Southampton was that team, wasn't it? 1-0. Yeah, Billy's coming the same again. Spurs beat an awful Forest team. Yeah, exactly. Southampton be tough to break down, tough place to go. Yeah, exactly. When they are fighting down there, it can be a tough place to go, man. So 100%. Nightbot says subscribe to the extra channel if you haven't already. Yeah, make sure you do. All you've got to do is click on that link. So yeah, easy enough for you lot. But yeah, moving on to the next game, Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Leeds United. Now, again, this is another interesting game. Wolves, did take that defeat to Newcastle away. I don't really think there's shame in that, to be honest. Even though Newcastle, ain't been on the greatest form since, really in the last few weeks, I still don't think that's a bad result at all. Leeds, on the other hand, obviously they are in the relegation battle. You could say Wolves are in it, but they're more of a chance of staying up. Leeds obviously in 19th as well right now, as you can see there, 23 points. It's very tight this season in the Premier League. It's just funny when I look at the Premier League bottom three and then I look at all the relegation battle as a whole, and then I look at the Championship one. It's just madness. But yeah, this one could go either way. It really could. It could even be a draw. I can literally see this one going any way. Because of the position Leeds are in, they haven't been too bad under the new manager, I would say. They don't really get battered now. They usually narrowly lose. And I saw this stat as well. When they're in the bottom half of the table, when they start the day at the bottom of the table, they tend to win. You look at that Liverpool game, obviously, I don't really want to mention that, but that one, there was a few others as well. I'm going to go for a Leeds win. I'm going to go for a Leeds win in this one. I'm going to go Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Leeds United 2. I'm going to back Leeds to get a 2-1 away victory. Chris has gone 1-1. Wolves and Leeds, fair enough. Yeah, that's fair enough. Billy's gone 1-1 as well. Make sure you don't forget to smash a like and subscribe to the channel. All of that. Nightbot says there. If relegation fight is mental, 20th to mid-table, not safe. Yeah, I know. Tottenham 2-0, says Chelsea fan. Fair enough. Garcia made lead. Yeah, exactly. 2-1 or 1-1, says Hanno. Fair enough with that one. But yeah, moving on to the next game, Chelsea versus Everton. Now, Chelsea obviously got 3 wins in a row. They're getting the results going, which is obviously good, what they need. Obviously, when it comes to the table, they do still sit in 10th. They're taking on Everton, again, another team in that relegation battle. They currently sit 15th, a point off of the relegation battle. I just think with the way Chelsea have been, getting these wins going, I think they'll win this one as well. I do think it'll be close, though. I do think Everton can make it tough for Chelsea, even though it is at Stamford Bridge. I'm going to go 1-0 Chelsea. We go for a narrow 1-0 victory for Chelsea. They do love a 1-0 as well. So I'm going to go for a 1-0 to Chelsea in that one. Hanno says tough game. Obviously, he is a Chelsea fan. Last 2 times Chelsea have sat their manager, they went on to win Champions League. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Chelsea 2-0 Everton, says Billy. Obviously, he's a Chelsea fan as well. Fair enough. Chelsea fan, obviously, as you can tell there, is a Chelsea fan. He's gone 1-1. Interesting. He's gone Everton to get something. That would be good for Everton, I'd say, if they got a point at Stamford Bridge, even though Chelsea haven't been the greatest this season as a whole. And obviously, Chris said 1-0 as well. So, yeah, that is that. And then moving on to the last game, just like that, PL finals. And the last game is Arsenal versus Crystal Palace, London derby. Arsenal do well in London derbies this season. I think they've won every game bar one, which they drew, if I'm correct. Yeah, which was Brentford, of course, wasn't it? So, yeah, they're taking on Palace. Palace still winless in 2023. Pressure on Vieira. Palace fans have had enough. It's 50-50. See, they ain't got the win, so I understand the frustrations in 2023. But then again, I don't think he's been super, highly backed. But then again, do the owners see they could potentially get someone else in that they will back? You don't know, do you? Because you've seen owners do that with other people. But yeah, Arsenal, top of the league. I think they'll win the league now. Just think the games they're having this season, the manner in which they're coming back, the Aston Villa game, for example, the Bournemouth game, even games like Fulham at home where they, went 1-0 down, come back 1-2-1. I just think they'll win it. I just think it's written for them to win it now with how they've been. Credit to them. Since Jesus and Zinchenko come in, the mentality's just went up a different level. And yeah, with Palace being winless in 2023, I can only see this going one way, and that is an Arsenal victory. Very emphatic. Even though the last time I did go emphatic, they ended up narrowly winning against Bournemouth. But I reckon they'll do it, man. 3-0 Arsenal. 3-0 Arsenal is my prediction for this one. Chris says Arsenal 2-0. Won't be easy, but Arsenal will do enough. Fair enough. I think with them being at home, Palace ain't been great. Palace they struggle to find the back of the net this season. So yeah, I just think Arsenal do it pretty convincingly, to be fair. It won't be easy, but I think we'll have them quite comfortably. Obviously, Billy talking about Everton. Arsenal 2-0, says Chelsea fan. Arsenal are now winning the league for me. Europa League kicking in was my final doubt about them. They're answering every question and not same City. Exactly, bro. Exactly. It's not the same City that can go on a 15-game unbeaten run, like I say numerous amount of times. So, totally agree, mate. Totally agree. And then Billy's gone with the same as me. So, there we go. And he also says Vieira will be sacked soon, not here, but before end of the season. Yeah, I reckon so as well. Yeah, let's calculate the table. And then we'll have a look what results will be. The table will be like. Obviously, teams do have games in hand and that now. So yeah, obviously Arsenal will remain top, 69 points. Bunter. 8 points clear with 10 games remaining there, like Chris says. Man City still second. Tottenham would actually jump up to third, but obviously United have got 2 games in hand. Newcastle will be fifth. Brentford would be 6th. Liverpool would be 7th. Obviously, Brentford 6th. That would be very good. But again, Liverpool have a game in hand over them. Brighton have got 2 games in hand over them as well. Chelsea would jump up to 9th, so they jump up 1 place. Fulham 10th. But it's mad. Look at the points, though. Like, it's crazy. Aston Villa 11th. Crystal Palace 12th. Wolverhampton Wanderers 13th. Bournemouth 14th. That'd be very good for them. But that proves how tight the points is, though, the way they jump up to there. Nottingham Forest 15th. Jeez. Even though I said a draw, they would go down a few positions. That's how mad these points are, man. I can't lie. Leeds 16th, so they'll be out of the relegation zone if they did get that victory away at Wolves. Everton be 17th, getting close to it. Flipping hell, yeah, this table's mental. Like when I've done these predictions, flipping hell, the amount of teams that move around is crazy. Leicester in the relegation zone with West Ham and then Southampton. Jeez, that is crazy. But obviously West Ham do have 2 games in hand over Everton and a few other teams in it. You would say probably like your Wolves and that, even though they're in obviously a better position than Everton. And Southampton will remain bottom. Played all 28 as well, they would have. So hopefully Southampton are bottom come the end of the weekend. I can't lie. But yeah, man, let's go through your comments before we wrap up. Hannah says 9th, happy that they've gone up 1 space. Chris also says Arsenal can afford to lose to City and still won't affect them, in my opinion. Yeah, exactly. They're young and hungry and have brilliant mentality for a young team. No, they do, mate. They do. They do. So, yeah, that is that. Conference League, here we come, says Billy. But, yeah, just a run through of my predictions again, and then we'll wrap up. Nottingham Forest 1, Newcastle United 1, Aston Villa 1, Bournemouth 2, Brentford 2, Leicester City 1, Southampton 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Leeds United 2, Chelsea 1, Everton 0, and then the last one, Arsenal 3, Crystal Palace 0. Big up Adam in the chat who's just said yo. But yeah, they are my predictions for the weekend in the Premier League. And yeah, people, that is the end of content today. Obviously, I did do a reaction to the England squad announcement earlier. Make sure you do check that out if you haven't already. Big up to everyone that did check that out. Yeah, I'm all right, mate. What about yourself? And yeah, 3 loads of content tomorrow to mix. We've got championship predictions and the Hatter Show tomorrow as well. So yeah, quite busy tomorrow. Saturday vlog to the Sunderland away game I'm going to with Luton. Sunday, I'm not sure. So, yeah, we will see what's going on there. But, yeah, man, Billy says, bye, Tyler. See you later, mate. Have a good one. Same goes to you, mate. Same goes to you. And, yeah, man, enjoy the evenings, whatever you do. I'll just be chilling out. I'm probably going to watch the Europa League games, to be honest. I'll watch the United one, early kickoff. And then I'll probably watch the Arsenal one. Because the Arsenal one's obviously 2-2 as well. So I do think Arsenal will do it. United, they're in a good position anyway, so I reckon they'll go through as well. And then obviously West Ham have got some team from Cyprus, haven't they? So that'll be interesting to see how that goes. But again, I think they're in a good position. They're at home tonight as well, aren't they? So yeah, I reckon all the English teams will go through. And I'll be shocked if none of them don't, to be honest with you. So there you go with that one. But Chelsea fan says, good stream. Big up yourself, mate. Big up yourself. But yeah, like I said, 3 loads of content tomorrow. So make sure you tune in to them. But yeah, the like count so far is on 10 likes. The last 3 streams in a row. Actually, no, last 3 out of 4. We've got to 10 likes so far. So big up yourselves for that. Much appreciated there. I know a lot of people watch this back on playback as well, so don't forget to smash the like button there and do subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. We have hit 1.62k as well, so big up to yourselves for that. Much appreciated. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to the other channel, the extra channel, if you haven't already. Obviously, Nightbot did put a link to that in the description. In the comments. So yeah, make sure you do subscribe. I know a few people have, 2 people have since that's been out on the thing. So big up to yourselves for that. And yeah, if you want to follow me across any of my socials, obviously a link to them are in the description. And yeah, I know it's not been the longest stream, but there's only been 7 games to predict. So not the usual. So there we go with that one. But yeah, until tomorrow, I will hopefully see many of you then. And yeah, until next time, take care and peace.